Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we'll wait for 1 or 2 more minutes for others to also join.
Okay, sir.
Find out which questions, till how much have you guys tried?
So till 170.
We had already discussed till 167 and all, so why haven't you tried more?
Sir, actually my pre-boards are going, so I haven't tried much.
Mhm. What about the others? Till where have you guys reached?
Mm, Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good. Where have you reached so far?
Sir, like 176 only. इससे ज्यादा किया नहीं सर.
क्यों क्या हो रहा है?
सर वो वही सर, जैसे कि इसके प्री बोर्ड चल रहे हैं, मेरी मॉक टेस्ट चल रहे हैं कोचिंग में. एंड
Mock test
10th
for
में
what?
सर वही साइंस एसएसटी इंग्लिश मैथ्स. सर
For
एसएसटी साइंस होता तो ठीक है.
for
ये एसएसटी आ गए
boards.
ना सर. यस सर.
Okay, anyway, tell me which questions are doubts
सर
after
व्हाट इज द
1/6.
आंसर ऑफ
Hmm.
176?
Before that, there is no other thing you have to ask.
सर हमने डिस्कस कर लिया है 176 तक.
175.
We
हाँ
discussed
175.
we discussed till 175.
यस
Oh
सर.
yeah, we had discussed all that. Oh, 1 second. 176. Let
I
ABC
have
be.
doubt 175.
Mm-hmm. One 176 is angle FIG. Angle FIG is 90.
90. ठीक है सर. ओके गॉट इट.
Somebody has a doubt in 175.
Yes, sir.
Okay, the question says an isosceles triangle ABC is constructed with base BC is such that angle B is greater than 30 degrees. Inside the triangle, consider a point M. Consider a point M such that angle MBC is equal to 30 degrees and angle MAB is equal to 3 by 4 of angle BAC. You have to find angle AMC. Okay.
यस
So
सर.
this question is actually Romanian Maths Olympiad 2011. MO 2011. What is the answer if anybody has solved it? What's the answer? Has anybody solved it?
No, sir.
Not me.
Okay. First, we'll think about the figure. When they say base BC, then obviously they mean that the other two sides are equal, right? That's the assumption. So you can say ABC is the isosceles triangle and angle B is greater than 30 degree and there is a point inside the triangle such that MBC is 30 degrees. Okay, so let's make a point M somewhere like this. MBC is 30 degrees. And they have said MAB is 3/4 of BAC. Okay. So if I join this angle MAB is 3/4 of angle A, and you have to find AMC angle. So AMC, the big angle we have to find, right? This angle. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Understood.
So we have an isosceles triangle. Okay. One angle has been given and the relation between MAB has been given with BAC. Okay, so this is 3/4 of it. So, okay, you have to find A and C. AMC basically you can find if you find MAC and MCA, right? MAC and MCA we have to figure out.
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. Mhm. If you try the direct method, you can call this big angle as theta. This is theta. This is 180 minus 2 theta. And what I get is MAB is 3/4 of that. So
Yes,
basically
sir. I tried that.
135 minus something, 3/2 theta or something like that.
135 minus 1 by 2, 3 by 4 theta. 3 by 2 theta, sorry. Hmm.
But we are not getting something very useful. So, okay, so we have to use something else about the isosceles triangle. Something else has to be used. So, okay, in an isosceles triangle, if I drop an altitude, it will bisect the base, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
We know that if I drop an altitude like this, it will bisect the base. BD will
Bisect.
be equal to DC.
Yes, sir.
And let's call this point of intersection as P. The
Hmm.
point of intersection of BM and this altitude. And let's join this P to this C.
So PC is equals to BP.
Because congruent triangles, we know PC and BP will be same.
Yes, sir. 30-degree angle PCD.
So BPD, this will be 60 and this will be 60. This will be 30. And basically we have angle APM will
60.
be equal to 60 now.
Hmm.
60 degree because it is vertically opposite to this,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
And now if we look at
MPC.
this triangle, okay, in that triangle, what can we
Yes, sir.
say? We know that angle MBC is 30
Yes, sir.
and okay, so we know this much angle is 60 by the way.
Hmm.
Why?
120
Because
total.
60, 60, 60.
Yes, sir.
Linear path.
So this
Hmm.
is 60. And okay, so we know this angle is 60, this angle is 60. Nice.
Hmm.
MAB is 3/4 of BAC. BC. Okay. So we know that. Okay. One thing we know is that because this altitude divides the isosceles triangle into two congruent parts, this is half of BAC, right?
Yes, sir.
The angle BAD is half of BAC and angle MAB is 3/4. So we know now this much will be 1/4, right?
1/4. Yes, sir.
So what I'm saying is angle PAM is equal to 1/4 of angle A, right? So PAM is 1/4 and MAC is also 1/4, right?
Yes, sir.
So that means the line AM is an angle bisector. AM is angle bisector, right?
Yes, sir.
Of which angle? Of angle PAC.
Angle. Yes, sir.
Okay. And similarly, we can say line PM is also angle bisector, right? Of which angle? Angle APC.
APC.
Okay. So this point M is what? In center of which triangle?
It's a triangle PAC.
M is in center of triangle APC, right?
PAC. Yes, sir.
So that implies, since CM is this line, that implies this is what?
Angle bisector. Okay.
We know that CM is congruent with these two lines, right? And we
Yes, sir.
already showed that these two lines are angle bisectors.
Yes, sir.
So M is in center, so CM must also be angle bisector. And if CM is angle bisector, then we can say that in triangle MAC, we have this angle is what we needed. That angle is equal to 180 degree minus MAC and MCA, but MAC can be written as half of PAC, right? And MCA can be written as half of PCA. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
The required angle is this, right?
Yes, sir.
So now you have PAC and PCA. The addition is actually equal to 180 minus these two, right?
Yes, sir.
These two are 60/60. So it is 120 here. So that means these two should add up to 60.
60.
So half of that, so 30. So answer is 150.
150 degrees.
So the point is that you will not be able to solve the problem if you don't draw the altitude. And if you don't realize that the altitude makes a lot of congruent triangles and stuff, right? The only way we can start the problem, even like if you keep the original figure, there is literally not much you can do because this point is totally not normal, right? I mean, there's
Yes,
nothing
sir.
special about this M point.
Hmm.
But once you draw the altitude, and what we did was we just saw that P is the intersection of the altitude with this BM. We just connected P to C, right?
Yes, sir.
After that, we are getting many things about this triangle, the small two triangles here, and we started realizing what are the angles here, 60, 60 and all, right?
Yes, sir.
Once we realized that, then we saw that, okay, the top angle will also divide it into half and half. So this portion here, PAM, is making 1/4 of angle A here, right? And
Yes,
this
sir.
portion is also 1/4. So this is angle bisector, and this is also angle bisector, and then it is over. So the point is, angle chasing but obviously only after you draw the altitude. Like that's the main trick here. Okay, what is the next one? Tell me. Okay, you guys have tried only till 176, huh? Till where have you guys tried? Who has tried till the highest number of problems?
I have tried for 75.
Nobody has done any question after 175, 176.
No.
You realize that the problems that I have shared are now up to 275.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, but they are too tough.
How do you know without trying?
So I have doubt in 183.
We will discuss your doubt soon. But Rudrajit, how do you know without trying the questions?
So before questions are very tough. 173, 174, and they are too tough. Means I didn't get any idea to do. So I'm thinking like that only. So
So you just want to give up now.
no, sir.
So we should reduce the level of our discussion so that it is easy. What is your point? What do you want to say? Tell me. Is Maths Olympiad very tough or it's easy?
They're tough.
So we should prepare for tough things or we should start doing easy problems from now on?
They do tough things.
So I don't understand. What's your point? What are you trying to say? They are too tough. Why are you complaining? Is there a point that you have a point you want to share with everyone?
Means I am doing the question so slowly, so that's the point. I'm good.
How many hours do you do every day?
3
How many
hours,
hours of maths are you doing?
3 hours, 3.5 hours, like that.
And how many questions are you attempting every day? Like yesterday, how many questions did you attempt?
Say 7 to 8 something.
Which questions? From where, which number to which number?
Wait,
Which question numbers? You know, you should know, no? Yesterday I'm asking.
means I have tried until it's 175. So before that, let me see.
I'm asking about yesterday, dude. You don't remember what you tried yesterday?
It's
Anyway,
from 157.
I had already discussed till 173, 174 in Tuesday's class. So what were you doing since then?
Sir, I have the board exam, so I was preparing for that. Means my parents are saying for the boards, I have not prepared for it. So for boards, I had to prepare. So in between that, I have done the questions.
What I want is for you to not complain that they are too tough and keep trying. If you want to improve and if you want to do well in the Olympiads, complaining is not going to do it.
So I'm not complaining. Means I am saying that in between of the boards, I have to do this question. So I am taking. Means it is requiring too much time
Dude,
to solve.
it's totally your choice because as you can see in the group, there are 23 people, right? You know that in
Yes,
the
sir.
group, there are 23 people. How many
Yes, sir.
people do you see every time in class? How many people are attending the classes?
6 to 7.
Right. What happened to the rest of the 18 people, do you think?
I didn't know that what they are
No,
doing.
I'm asking you, what is your opinion? What
Maybe
happened to
they are
the rest?
preparing for other things or are
Right.
not doing the question.
They have given up on this because they know that it's too tough. Right. If they're not attending, they're not serious. If you want to learn, if you want to improve, then you have to attend and you have to try the questions. It's simple only. And the Maths Olympiad exams will not become easier. They will become tougher only. Do you think every year exams become easier or tougher?
So tougher.
Right. So our standard and our goal is a tough exam. So our questions will also be tough only. By the way, the questions that I'm sharing are not too tough. Because as you can see, the previous question, which was an actual Olympiad problem, was solved within one screen. Do you think the real problems are like that? These are the easy questions that I'm selecting and sharing with you. When the problem is solved in a single screen, it's not too tough. Do you understand what I'm saying right now?
Yes, sir.
सबको समझ में आ रही है बात क्या बोल रहा हूँ?
Yes.
The questions that I'm
Yes,
sharing right now, even though it might look too tough to you right now, that is because this is the first time you're doing any serious maths. It is tough because you have not seen it before. But
yes,
the
sir.
questions that I have selected are not the ones that are tough. The ones that are actually tough, I will also have difficulty doing, and I will not be sharing them with you in the class.
Hmm.
These are the selected easy ones so that we can learn and you can improve.
Yes, sir.
So there is always the option of giving up. For anyone, there is always the option of giving up. But if you guys don't want to give up and you actually want to do well in the Olympiad, then don't think that it is too tough and don't at least say that it is too tough, because saying it will make it too tough for you. You have to have the attitude that if sir has shared this problem, then it must have a reasonably easy solution. And I can find it, or if I will not find it, I will try at least, and in the class we'll understand what happened. I am not sharing Olympiad problem 6 here. I am sharing problem 1 and problem 3. Do you understand the difference between problem 1 and problem 6?
Yes, sir.
Right. So don't be under this information that very tough things are being shared here, and it is totally in line with what is expected from you as a candidate for Maths Olympiads. It is not, we are not preparing for JEE right now. JEE के लिए अगर prepare कर रहे होते तो ये सब too tough है. But that's not the exam we are targeting. And if you keep repeating to yourself every day that it's too tough, it's taking so much time, oh my God, then it will become tough for you and you will give up in a few months. It's taking so much time. How much time is it expected for you to solve 3 problems in an Olympiad?
4.5
So
hours.
3 problems per 4.5 hours are given. So that's the standard. Right now, any problem that we have discussed has been solved in 10-15 minutes max. And
Yes,
if
sir.
you think about it, maybe you will try it for half an hour and then you'll stop and then you'll wait for me to show you. But it's not, I'm not selecting problems which are going to take 1.5 hours.
Hmm.
So many people will give up, but if you really want to do well, you have to stay the course, and board exams will come, board exams will go, but your Math Olympiad preparation has to keep going on. If there is a concern with board exams are nearby, we will do less classes, but we will keep doing our classes. And we'll schedule our
Yes, sir.
classes accordingly, according to the majority of the people, what their schedule is.
Yes, sir.
Rudrajit, are you understanding what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
हाँ, तो गिव अप करना सबके सबके पास ऑप्शन है, बट अगर इम्प्रूव करना है, if you want to do well in this year's Olympiad, then you can't say such things. And say such things out loud, I don't mean in public, but in your mind, if you're thinking like that, then that is not a positive attitude to improve. The attitude has to be that sir has shared this question. He must not have given such a tough question. It is possible for me to do it. Let me try. I am really telling you honestly, all the questions that I have given are doable by you guys. What we need is exposure. What you need is experience. And that's why we are doing so many questions so that you get the required experience. All of you, what you need is experience and seeing different situations in different problems. And I hope everyone is like making some notes so that it should not be like we have reached problem 175 and now problem 154 you still can't solve. Do you understand what I'm saying to everyone?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
ऐसा नहीं
Yes,
होना
sir.
चाहिए कि पुराना प्रॉब्लम हो गया एक बार डिस्कस और अब हो नहीं रहा है फिर से. If we have discussed it, if you have solved it, you should always be able to solve it. And you should have notes that capture the key ideas of the problem. Don't just make a rough notebook and try everything in some rough notebook which you can never go back to and see. Do you understand what I'm saying right now?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You can try wherever you want. You can do your problem, whichever book you want. But at the end, if we have taken so much effort and I have written down the questions and I have discussed all of them in class and you have spent so many hours on it trying to solve them, there should be a proper notebook where each question is there with its diagram and with like the key idea that solves the question. At least, or the key idea or the 2 3 main things that you have to think that help you solve the question. You don't have to write the full solution. If anybody is
Like
not,
algorithm,
huh?
like not the full code, but algorithm.
Like in this problem, it was like draw the altitude and start looking for isosceles triangles and
And in
angle
center.
chasing
Yes,
after
sir.
and in center it becomes.
Hmm.
So that you don't forget that such things are possible. At the time of
Hmm.
RMO 2025, when you will see the problem, you need to have a list of so many ideas that you have already seen that should be like, okay, in one problem I had done this, in one problem I had done this, let me try that.
Hmm.
If you have a list of ideas that are in your memory, that okay, once I did this, maybe I can try that, then you are going to
Hmm.
crack all the problems. If everything is done and forgotten, then there is no benefit. Do you understand what I'm saying?
So, sir, I
Yes,
have
sir.
one doubt.
Hmm.
Sir, how to like sharpen our intuition कि या अगर हम ये करेंगे जैसे आपने altitude draw किया and फिर आपने like extend करके join किया ये like आपने intuition से हुआ ना तो सर इसको sharp कैसे करें कि accurate बनते जाए.
के लिए कोई तरीका नहीं है, वो बस ट्राई करना है कुछ कुछ. There is
Okay,
no,
sir.
you keep asking these questions every class, but there is no magic solution I can give you for that.
Hmm.
There is nothing. How can we sharpen is do more problems. There is only one solution. The solution is doing more problems.
Yes, sir.
And the solution, one way to sharpen your intuition is to have all these key ideas in a nice notebook that you see every 3 days.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand what I'm saying right now?
Yes, sir.
The problem, the diagram, the ideas, all of this should be in a good notebook, which you revise every 3 days. If you do that exercise, if you do a revision of the almost 60 70 problems that we have seen so far, roughly 50 problems, the next problem will be easy for you.
Hmm.
By the time we end like the discussion of all the problems till problem 275, if you know all the key ideas in all of these problems, the 276th problem will be easier or harder?
easier.
The point is that these ideas keep repeating. Draw this line, draw that thing. It's not like every time there is a new thing happening.
Hmm.
Many times we have drawn, 2-3 times in the last classes, we have drawn an extension and made a quadrilateral and made a different situation and looked at different triangles. Do you remember what I'm
Yes, sir.
saying?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
The point is to not forget it after one question is solved. In the next question also you have to think like that only.
Hmm. Yes, sir.
The only way to get sharper at that is to do a proper revision. So that these ideas are in your mind and you are thinking, okay, what thing should I apply here? I have so many tools, which tool should I use? If
Yes, sir.
But other than that, and other than practicing more questions, there's no other solution. There's no magic trick. Is anybody maintaining the notes like I am telling you so far? Has anyone done any notes?
Yes, sir.
Not yet, right?
Yes, sir.
No, I have done, sir.
कितने तक का हुआ है notes?
सर इसमें आपने क्वेश्चन करवाए हैं उसमें सारे एंड फिर अलग से प्रैक्टिस करता हूँ फिर उसके आइडियाज लिख देता हूँ फिर ये
You have
नोटबुक
a
में.
separate notebook for the ideas.
हाँ यस सर.
Everyone else also needs to do that. You understand what I'm saying?
सर मेनली मैं आइडियाज वर्ड में लिख लेता हूँ लैपटॉप पे कि इसको रिवाइज करते रहूँ.
Word में. You need
यस सर वो
to
लैपटॉप
write
पे.
it in a place where you can read it without having a need to open your computer. You need to do it in a notebook or take a printout of your document.
यस सर.
समझ में आ रहा है क्या बोल रहा हूँ?
यस सर.
Okay, sir.
एंड
Athar,
सर
okay, that is good.
आई हैव क्वेश्चन 183 सर.
1 second, that I will discuss. Just hold on. Also,
यस सर.
like we have done so many lectures. We have done 10 classes on trigonometry, and now this is like 7th or 8th class for geometry, or maybe even more. I don't know. But the trigonometry sessions, if some of you have not attended all the classes, you need to go back and see the problems there and the discussion there and make sure that you make notes there and do the SLONI work that is expected. Nobody has asked me any question from SLONI exercise 37, which I find highly suspicious. Do you understand what I'm saying right now? None of you have asked me a single doubt from exercise 37 of SL Loni, which I find highly suspicious because I don't think all of you can solve all the problems there. Nobody has done it, right?
Yes, sir.
Not
And
done, sir.
नॉट डन.
I have mentioned it many times by now. And in the trigonometry classes, I have definitely mentioned chapter 15, exercise 37 has to be done. So if you want to have a complete like preparation, if you want to be prepared from all angles, you need to do that. And you need to do all the problems that we discussed in the trigonometry section. Those also should be in your notes. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Not just the last 50 problems, the first 100 problems also. So you need to go back. All the videos are on YouTube on the playlist. I send the links to the YouTube channel playlist every class after every class. So if you haven't done the backlog homework, you need to go back and go through the problems and try the problems if you want to improve. Obviously, that is the condition. For people who don't want to improve, you don't need to do anything. So that is completely your choice. People who want to give up and don't want to improve, that is totally their call. It's a free country, right? Anyway, we'll discuss 183 because multiple people are asking. Is there any other question? General question, not a problem.
नो सर, अब तो आपने बता दिया कि सब लिखना होगा, तो हो गया।
सब लिखना होगा मतलब सब चीज नहीं लिखना है, बस आइडियाज
नहीं
लिखने
नहीं,
हैं।
एल्गोरिथम्स वो सब, यस सर, कि कैसे अप्रोच होता है।
ओके, 183 द आइसोसेलेस ट्रायंगल।
अच्छा सर, आप सेंटर्स ऑफ ट्रायंगल्स का भी वो करवा सकते हैं?
व्हाट? क्या?
सेंटर्स ऑफ ट्रायंगल सर।
All of the things will happen in a centers of triangle. If you have you read SL only, all the centers of triangle are there in that.
यस सर।
चैप्टर 15 में जितना सेंटर्स ऑफ ट्रायंगल उतना सीख लिए सब तुम।
हाँ, चैप्टर 15 तक हो गया सर, मतलब वही पूछना, उससे ज्यादा नहीं है ना सर?
एक्सरसाइज किए ही नहीं हो तो हो गया कैसे? एक्सरसाइज बिना किए कुछ नहीं होता है। तुमको लग रहा है हो गया है, लेकिन हुआ कुछ नहीं है। एक्सरसाइज नहीं की हो ना,
यस
लास्ट
सर।
एक्सरसाइज।
नहीं सर।
हाँ तो हुआ नहीं है अभी। हो गया तुमको लग रहा है, होगा जब जब एक्सरसाइज फिनिश होगा।
यस सर।
वो ऐसे बोलने से थोड़ा हो जाता है। Centers of triangle is there in SL only. If you do the last exercise, you'll know much more about it than I can do in one class. And anyway, we are
ओके
going to
सर।
discuss it in much greater detail as we move on in the course. When we start part two of the course will start after problem 275. Once we
ओके सर।
start part two, many more details and many more things you learn. But right now, you have to do the work that we are expecting. The 100 problems are there for you guys to try, and I expect to finish it in this month. This month has to be 100 problems have to be covered, and we need to go
फेब्रुअरी
ahead.
राइट सर?
Yes.
ओके सर।
So even if there is board exams and all, I am going to move on. So you have to make the time, or we'll have to schedule it in such a way that we can finish it. In the isosceles angle triangle, ABC, if angle C is equal to 90 point F points, F is on line BC close to B, and G is on line AB close to A. These points have been chosen in such a way that AG is equal to BF. If GD and AC intersect at D, and angle FGD is 45, find angle FBG. Okay. There is a isosceles right angle triangle ABC. Angle C is 90. So we should draw it properly. This is C, A, and B. Okay. Now F is chosen on the line BC and it is closer to B such that F is on BC somewhere and G is on AB such that AG is equal to BF. Right. So there are two possibilities. You can choose your F somewhere inside like this and G somewhere here. If you choose both of them inside the sides, and then you can say AG is equal to BF and GD. Wait, what is D? Line. AG is equal to GD and AC intersect at D. Okay, so intersect at D and FGD is 45. Okay, so line from G intersects AC at D. Line from G intersects AC at D somewhere, so that FDG is 45. Okay, so it's possible to make it like this. This is my D. FDG is 45. This angle is 45. We have to find FGD. Right? Oh wait, we have to find FDG. Our angle was FGD was supposed to be 45, right? FGD. Okay. So this angle is supposed to be 45. Let's put our D somewhere here. This angle is supposed to be 45 degrees. And we have to find this angle. Okay. And we know that AG is equal to BF. Okay. 45 degrees this angle. Is everyone understanding what I have done so far?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
There is another version of this diagram which will be easier to follow. The other version has the points are outside. So I can draw the other version of the diagram also. I can take A is here, C is here, B is here. I can take F outside somewhere here. And I can also take G here outside. That will be a bigger diagram, so it will be easier to follow that. Do you understand what I'm saying? But the logic of the problem is the same. Doesn't matter where you take F and G on the outside or whether on the inside. FGD. D is a point on ACs such that this angle is 45. And we have to find, in this case, we have to find FDG here. Do you understand how I made two diagrams?
Yes.
The point is that AG is equal to BF here also, right? And we have this angle is 45 here. You could have chosen the points F and G whether on the inside or on the outside of AB and BC. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, sir.
Is it clear what I'm saying? How we can draw two alternative diagrams?
Yes, sir.
We'll work on the bigger diagram because bigger diagram will be easier to think. Smaller diagram will be more annoying, I think. But the idea of the problem will be same. So first of all, I can say here that angle CBA is equal to angle BAC and is also equal to angle FGD is equal to 45 degree because it was isosceles right angle triangle. So that tells us that angle. Notice that now in this big diagram, I can find out what is angle DAG, right? Angle DAG would be 135 because this angle is 45, this angle is 45, right? Do you understand why DAG is 135?
No, sir.
Why not? BG is a straight line, no? And this angle is 45.
Okay, okay, got it.
So that is obvious. This is 135, right? Similarly, we also know that angle FBG is also 135. FBG is this angle.
Yes, sir.
Right. Now, if I look at angle ADG in this triangle, angle ADG is equal to angle one second. One second, let me think about it. Okay, what I can say first of all is ADG is equal to ADG is equal to 45 minus DGA, obviously.
45 minutes DGA, yes sir.
That much is clear. But 45 degree is also equal to angle CAB, right?
Yes sir.
We can say this actually. CAB is this, by the way, right? And that is actually also equal to angle FGD, right? CAB is equal to FGD, right? Correct.
Yes.
So right
45
now
degree.
what I am getting an equation ADG is equal to FGD minus DGA, right? ADG is equal to FGD minus DGA, right? So that is what? That is actually BGF, right? Do you understand? Does everyone understand what I have written here and next step and next step? If anybody is not understanding, you have to tell me.
से और एक बार एक्सप्लेन कर देना
Which step?
सेकंड वाला
Do you understand that ADG is 45 minus DGA?
यस सर
45 degree का कौन सा वर्जन था? 45 degree was equal to CAB.
यस सर
Can we write angle CAB minus DGA? Can we also write FGD minus DGA?
यस सर
So what are we getting? Angle ADG is equal to FGD minus DGA.
ओके ओके सर
What is FDG minus DGA? FDG is this big angle. DGA is the DGA is this angle. So if you subtract from the big angle this angle, you will get this small angle, this part.
FGB हाँ
We are getting ADG is equal to BGF, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so then we'll now look at the triangles GBF and DAG. GBF and ADG. Look at those triangles. They had already given us isosceles triangle. So we know that BC is equal to AC, and we also know BF is equal to AG, right? According to the problem.
Yes, sir.
So what do we know? We know FC. No, in the triangle GBF, which sides are there? GBF. Okay, I already have GF is equal to AG, right? Not
Yes, sir.
GF. I'm making a mistake.
AG equals to
सर हाउ
AG.
सर ये बता दीजिएगा FGD.
AG
अच्छा
is
ओके
equal to
गॉट इट.
BF we have already, right?
यस सर यस.
So that is already there. That is the side. And now we know multiple angles here. We know there is a 135 in both the triangles. ADG may be 135 at DAG.
हाँ यस सर.
And this is also 135, right? And we just now proved that this angle is also matching here, this small angle, right?
तो
So it is
ASA से congruent.
congruent because first it is similar and then there is a common side.
हाँ ASA.
So basically we are getting GBF triangle is congruent to ADG triangle, right?
Then फिर GD is equals to
So from there
FG.
we'll be able to say the third side GD is equal to GF.
हाँ यस सर.
And if GD is equal to GF, then we have an isosceles triangle FGD, right?
यस सर.
So triangle FGD is isosceles with the top angle being 45, right? Here. So what is this angle and this angle?
135 by 2. 135 by 2.
That's the
67.
answer.
Damn.
The same logic can be done if you had made a figure like this. Again, we have to prove that GBF is congruent to ADG, and you can do that if you are careful and you do these steps. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
But it is easier to do in the big figure. In the big figure, you just have to join F to D, D to G, and then think of all the angles that we know. 45, 45, 45. Two angles are 135, 135. And after that, from the information that we know that FGD is 45, we can write this statement. And then we get another angle that is equal. It's 2-3 steps of angle chasing, and after that, finding the right congruent triangles. Is it clear?
Yes sir.
Yes.
Is there any other question that you guys have tried but not done? Till 190, have you guys, okay, you guys have not tried on this, so you have to try more. And next class will be a theory class. We have to continue the theory a little bit. I will give, maybe you have 4-5 days before we discuss the problems after 190 and all.
Okay.
So in the next class, we'll be continuing the theory. Last theory class, we had discussed Sheva's and Menelau's theorem, and we'll continue from there onwards. Some extra stuff that you need to know for the remaining 80 problems. For the problems till 275, there is some more theory that I will tell you. So we'll discuss that theory in the next class. We have
Sir,
done.
I have a question. Sir, shall I tell the question, sir?
What question?
Yes, sir. Let me tell, sir.
Share the question in the group if you have a photo or something.
Okay, sir. Sir, done, sir.
Isosceles right triangle ABC of the figure, angle A is 90, AB is equal to AC. Suppose D is interior point, ABD is 30, AB is equal to prove that AD. Okay.
Sir, I have done it by trigonometry, but can we do it by pure geometry?
Can, obviously you can. No? Isosceles right triangle AB is equal to AC in the figure, and angle ABD is 30. We have discussed problems like this already. If you revise your notes, you will also be able to do it. I have a feeling that I have done problems like this in class, although I don't remember exactly what. Angle ABD is 30. Okay, AB is equal to DB. Okay, so it's also an isosceles triangle and the angle is 30. It's AB is equal to DB. Okay, so this is equal to this then, right? Angle ABD is 30. So these angles are 75, 75, right?
Yes, sir.
You have to prove that AD is equal to CD.
Mm.
Okay, so if AD is equal to CD and AB
30,
is
30.
equal to DB,
Mm.
this much is 15, this is 15. No, we have to prove it, so we don't know it yet.
Prove that that is 15. Yes, sir.
Okay, so AB is
So
equal
that much
to,
is 15. Angle DAC. Mm.
mm, okay, prove that it is 15. That is one way to do it. These two sides are equal. This is also equal. Okay.
So that is 60 degrees, sir. Angle DEB.
This is 15
Angle
because it
DEB.
was isosceles triangle, so 45 and
Ah,
all. So
yes, sir.
this whole angle is 45,
Hmm.
and we know that 175 is here, so this much will be
105.
105.
Yes, sir.
This will be
That
60.
is 60. Yes, sir.
This is 60. This is 120.
Hmm.
We have 120 here in this figure. We have to 120 here we have, and okay, we have 45 here and 15 here. Okay, so if we can prove that the perpendicular from D onto this bisects, then it is also done.
Yes, sir. Or just we can prove that ED is equals to EC.
I am dropping a perpendicular, calling it F.
Okay,
I
sir.
have to show that AF is equal to FC somehow, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
So I'll check congruent triangles here. And I know 70, this is isosceles. -15°, 90°. This angle will also be 75. Oh, is guaranteed to be 75, this angle, right? So what is happening is this is 75, 75.
150.
So okay, so I know this total angle now, right?
Yes, sir.
That is obvious only. It is
Uh,
210, 150,
360
105.
minus. Uh,
105 is the total angle here, and that is okay. So it is better not to draw so many lines. What we will do is all these angles are easy to find. The point is to get the figure. Okay, just the D was marked, and drop a perpendicular here and drop a perpendicular here. And I don't think E is required. D is here, this is 45. I need to prove that the DC line makes 15°. That's what I need to prove, right?
yes, sir.
Okay. So great. So let's call this point as E. And I have a 15, 90, and 75 here. Okay, so these two triangles, I think we can do congruency. Perhaps we can see.
No, sir, we cannot say, sir. Because that will bisect angle FCE, which we don't have to.
Right. Okay. Okay, we are not using the isosceles condition properly. This isosceles triangle has to be used somewhere. AB is equal to TB. What can we do with that? Mhm. How many triangles are isosceles? There is an isosceles right triangle. There is, this is also isosceles. Okay, the obvious thing is to do trigonometry. We don't have to think for so long. But trigonometry, it's super easy, right?
Yes, sir. By trigonometry.
It's very easy to do it by trigonometry. So you should not waste your time thinking about a geometry solution right now. But yeah, in the exam, if you ever come up a problem like this where there are so many angles known, you should obviously use trigonometry.
Okay, sir. No, sir. In the book, actually, it was just given after congruency exercise.
Okay, so congruency.
That's from Pathfinder, exercise 2.
Suppose these into to the rating congruency. This triangle is isosceles but has a 30-degree angle here. Is there any congruent triangle that I can see? Wait 1 second. We'll draw perpendicular, perpendicular. We'll prove congruency of. We have to prove congruency of this triangle and this triangle, right?
Yes.
That's what we have to prove. If we can prove the triangles are congruent, we already know this is 15.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So maybe they want you to prove these two congruencies.
Hmm.
DEF and FTC. So in
Hmm.
order to do that, you have a common side. You have 90, 90. Okay, so we need to prove that AD is equal to CD, right? That is
Yes, sir.
part of the question, right?
Yes, sir. That is the only thing we do. We need to do.
AD is equal to CD. So, okay. Okay, so first let's look at triangle BDE and look at triangle because BDE has this, right?
Yes, that is
This
similar to triangle ADF.
BDE and ADF will be similar.
Yes, sir.
Great. So ADF and okay. From there, can we go any get any ratios? Yeah, we should be able to get some ratios. We know BD is opposite 90 here. BD and this have the same ratio as, let's say, BE and AF, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Wait, this is a right angle triangle. So, right angle isosceles triangle. Okay. It might be possible, but it is taking too much time without trigonometry. It is definitely, so there is going to be some way to do it. but it's taking too much time. You will never do it without trigonometry. You should not think of it also, because there's so many
Yes,
angles
sir.
are there. It's very
With
easy if you
trigonometry
use
is easy.
trigonometry.
Yes, sir.
You just use sine rule and all, it's over.
Hmm.
So don't waste your time trying to find a solution which is obvious by some other method, right?
Okay.
Also, why are you doing Pathfinder right now?
No, sir, it was a question put up by my friend and he asked me, that's why.
Right now, you already have a target. There's a lot of work to be done. Don't do
Hmm.
Pathfinder exercises right now.
Okay, sir.
If you are running out of questions, I have many questions that I can share.
No, sir.
तो अभी फोकस करो कि होमवर्क खत्म हो जाए.
Yes, sir.
And if your friend is asking, then solve by trigonometry and send the answer. What else?
No, sir. I sent him and he said like it was given after congruency exercise, so there must be and you solve by that. So I was not able to figure. I gave 1 hour for this single question, like draw some construction, flipping it, and drawing
There will be
equilateral
some
triangle. But
solution by geometry, but we don't have to waste our time with it. We can, if we
yes,
know
sir.
a technique to do it and move on.
Okay, sir.
You're not going to waste 1 hour on it. No, the question will not specify in the Olympiad that please solve only by geometry. Nobody will say that.
Hmm.
Solve
Yes,
it
sir.
by whatever method you can.
Yes, sir.
So don't waste your time like that. Okay, fine. Next class we'll continue with the theory. In the next class we'll do some circle theorems that are important for the next 70-80 problems. We have done a little bit of similar triangles. We saw Sheva's and Menelau's theorem, and we have to do some circle theorems in the next class. So these are all theorems that you already know if you know 10th grade geometry. Nothing major. But we have to recap it so that you can attempt the questions properly which are coming up in the homework.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. That's all for now. We'll continue in the next class then.
Thank you, sir.
Mm.